What is up, you guys? ADJC1559 here, and I'm bringing you a tutorial on how to do the Zetsubou no Shima Easter egg. Finally, I can put this out. I've had it sitting for a while, and I haven't been able to put it out because I wanted to get certain clips and get all these facts and stuff, you know, so you guys can have the most accurate tutorial possible. And finally, I'm getting around to doing it. So, yeah. This Easter egg is pretty easy, you guys. Really easy. So you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and yeah. So if you're only here for a specific step, these are the times that you can go ahead and skip to in the video to take you there immediately. Everybody else, just keep watching.
It would be insane not to seize it.
Alright, so starting off, there are a ton of prerequisites for this Easter egg. So there's a lot of stuff you need to know how to do before you get into it. For example, you need the Skull of Non-Sopway. If you don't know how to get that, I have a tutorial for it down in the description below, or you can click on screen now. But you'll need to be able to know how to mesmerize things, as you saw me do with this poster, which is very important, by the way. You need to come over here and mesmerize the poster with your Skull of Non-Sopway. Then you need to head up over here to this area just right inside the bunker and mesmerize this door. I'm actually mesmerizing the wrong area, but yeah, there it is, right there. And that's what you're going to need to do to start this Easter egg. And you'll notice there's this elevator here. Well, the elevator's broken and requires 3 cogs to fix. Well, so how do you get these cogs? Well, let's start with the first one. So this cog is acquired by using the Anywhere But Here Gobblegum. It's a pretty easy Gobblegum to unlock. You have to be level 10 in zombies to do so. So make sure somebody on your team has this in their pack so they can use it. And this next step only works after you've memorized that area revealing the elevator broken part. So make sure you do that first. But after you've done that, while in-game, acquire the Anywhere But Here Gobblegum and use it. And it'll teleport you to this room. And the cog is right here on the floor. This room is a little bit creepy, though. It's got dragon eggs all over the place, and it's a bit mysterious. But there's really nothing exciting about this room or different, and you can leap through there. But yeah, that's how you get the first cog, you guys. So head on over back to the broken elevator place, and now that you've acquired that first cog, you can go up to this big old machine here that it's missing 3 cogs, and you can go ahead and hold your action button on that to place one of the cogs. Easy peasy, right? Well, I'm glad you think so, because it's about to get a lot harder. So for this next step, you're going to need a seed, and you're going to need blue water, and you're going to need the KT4. So if you don't know how to get the KT4, I have a tutorial down in the description below, or you can click on the screen now to take you there immediately. But you're going to need to plant seeds everywhere, as many as you can, with blue water, and each round you need to water the plant and shoot it with the KT4. You can't mess around, you guys. It's very important.
We should celebrate.
So essentially what you're trying to get is a plant that kind of looks like this right here. And it's got to look like this. It has to look like this. It has to look like a one of them purple plants that you'd normally get, except upgraded. So it's got to have all these yellow dots all over it. And that still doesn't confirm that you're going to get what you want, but what you want is this. It's called an AA missile. And you're going to need it. But the next part isn't going to be pretty. So to get this AA shell, I would recommend you set up multiple plants at a time where you are watering it with blue water and then shooting it with the KT4, so you have the most likely chance to be able to get it. But head on over into this area of the map here, and periodically you'll notice this big old jumbo jet flying over the map there. Well, you'll also notice this AA gun right here. And if you go up to it and hold your action button when you have your AA shell, you can actually insert the shell into this thing. And you'll actually hear a clicking sound that'll tell you that it went in. It sounds like this. Now, I actually had to fidget with it a little bit, and you might have to as well. But what I've learned is I think if you're really like up close to it, it won't put it in, and you'll have to back up just a tiny little bit to be able to put it in. But eventually the plane will come around that I mentioned earlier. And here in this clip, I had a little help from In Plain Sight Gobblegum, which I would recommend if you're trying to do this solo. But you essentially go up to the AA gun and time it correctly at the angle, and boom, take that plane down. Then watch for a cog, which will fly off the plane and land somewhere on the map. And here's the thing about missing. If you miss the plane, don't miss the plane. Because if you miss the plane, you gotta regrow the plant and get an AA shell again. And, you know, if that didn't take you long enough the first time, definitely trying to do it again is not going to be any fun. So make sure you don't miss, really. But the cog will land somewhere on the map, and you just got to look around for it. Watch for it in the sky, and you'll notice it falling down to a particular area of the map. I've seen it land in a few areas, but I can't show you all of the areas. But as long as you're looking around, looking up in the sky when the cog flies out of the plane, you'll be able to find it. But just basically watch what direction it flies in. You'll be able to find it. It's a little subtle and at the same time noticeable. It'll have steam coming from it. And in this game, I found it here. And I've also seen it land somewhere around here. I guess just check the labs. Both labs, they should be around there. So yeah, they were just trying to signal me, telling me it's on the ground here, and eventually I found it. So I've seen it land there, and I've even seen it land just outside the area right here, just outside the bunker, just right out there on the left on the floor here. So yeah, hopefully maybe you get lucky and it lands there. But once you finally have that cog, remember to go and place it back into its spot here by the elevator, and that's 2 out of 3 cogs. So we're rocking and rolling. Okay, so moving on to probably the most difficult cog to get. You're going to need a few prerequisites for this one. You're going to need to have the shield built, as well as have the shield upgraded. And that's actually important. If you don't know how to build the shield or how to upgrade it, I have a tutorial in the description below, or you can click on the screen now. But anyway, make your way over to Lab A here, and what you're going to do now is slide and drop onto this place right here. And it's a little bit complicated. The cog is here, just pick it up. But it looks easy, but it's actually incredibly complicated. Alright, so this is how you're going to do it. Okay, so this is where we kind of split off if you're doing co-op, and if you're doing solo. There are 2 different methods to get this cog and drop down from the zip line here. But if you're doing co-op, what you're going to need is you're going to need one person here where I am at Lab A, and another person down there where the where you'll end up, you know, down there past the power room. And then you take a left in that area where one of the ritual for the skull places are, and you're gonna want the person who's down here to have an electrical shield. And what they will do is, you see that panel right there? They're gonna melee it with their electrical shield. This will cause the zip line to drop the player who's sliding down it down. Keep in mind, though, this must be done perfectly, as if you fail to do it, if you fail to communicate and tell each other at the right time, this will happen. You'll just kind of fall and die. And you don't want that to happen, so make sure you're coordinating with your team exactly when to fall. Now, if you're playing solo, I would recommend you hit the zip line from this side here. You melee this panel, and I don't have footage of it, but you need to take the zip line from this area instead of from the top area, and as soon as you start ziplining, immediately hit your melee button, and that'll drop you down, and you'll be able to pick up the cog that way. We're almost done here, guys. We're almost done. Okay, so take your cog and go over to the machine and place it in, just like you've done with the 2 previous cogs. And once you've done that, the elevator, which is located just outside here, is going to open, and you'll actually be able to go inside of it. And not just go inside of it, but actually take it down. But before you take it down, I have a few recommendations. The gas mask. If you don't know how to build that, I have a tutorial down in the description below, or you can click it on the screen now. And the Masamune, or upgraded KT4. And this is actually a requirement. You're going to need the Masamune. But go ahead and click on the screen now if you don't have the Masamune, or you don't know how to build it. I mean, there's also a link in the description below if you'd rather do that. But you're going to come down here, and it's a long elevator ride, but make sure your mask is full, make sure your shield is good, make sure your shield is healthy, you know, and electrical, all that good stuff. And you're going to see these vines here, these plants, or these arms, whatever you want to call them, and you shoot them with the Masamune. Now, my buddy here is shooting them with the regular KT4, and they don't work. They'll just close up a little bit. So, KT4 regular, non-upgraded, will not work, guys. It will not work. You have to use the upgraded Masamune. So, yep, shoot it with that, and move on. The store will open, and you will fight the boss.
That is most unfortunate looking creature.
I think we are going down to kill it.
So earlier I mentioned the gas mask was recommended. It's not. It's pretty much required due to the fact that there's a lot of poisonous chemicals down here, poisonous toxins, like all that stuff you breathe in, and enough of it will kill you. So you don't want that. There's gonna be thrashers running around. There's gonna be some zombies, minimal zombies, but zombies, and there's gonna be spiders. And you need to aim with the Masamune and shoot his arms. You see, he has these 4 arms, and he'll reveal these spore spots every once in a while. And these spore spots you can shoot. That, what you just saw just now, is not what I'm talking about. You'll notice it'll be bright orange. It'll open up, and you'll be able to shoot it. For those players that do not have the Masamune, you can just try and take out the thrashers walking around and the zombies and the spiders. Let me tell you, double pack-a-punched weapons are your friend here. You're gonna want something, maybe fireworks, maybe dead wire, something that'll help you out in here, because like all hell is breaking loose essentially. So yeah, like I said, the Masamune people have to shoot its arms just like that. Now, periodically, the big old monster here, I think it's a giant thrasher, really, will just smash his arms onto the floor here. You have to avoid this, as this will hurt you pretty badly. I don't think it'll red screen you if you have Jug, but I think it will red screen you if you don't. But I'm not 100% sure about that. So really, just run around in circles. There's a pretty safe area behind me right now. It's near the stairs over there, and that place should keep you pretty safe. Now, you'll receive max ammos periodically throughout this boss fight. I'm not exactly sure how they drop. I think thrashers drop them, but keep trying, you guys, and eventually you will beat him. And it'll give you the Seeds of Doubt trophy or achievement. So that's about it, you guys. I'm going to leave you with the cutscene, so thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new, drop me a like, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys later.
Kill it! We should kill it!
Your eyes, I recognize them. Almost as though they were my own. Takeo Musaki. I did not believe I would find you in such a place. I was a warrior. I fought many great battles for the glory of our nation, for the honor of the dying samurai spirit. I was a hero. I share this memory. I have lived many of the same victories. I later learned that my victories were unwelcome. His betrayal was driven by petty jealousy. He knew I could endure anything, that I feared not even my own death. Punishment is one thing. This is cruelty. Who could be so evil as to desire another soul to endure such suffering? Who amongst us could be so dishonorable? Are you so blinded by your own loyalty? The orders came from the Emperor himself. My life, my path, is built upon a lie. This realm may have been corrupted and consumed by evil, but we possess the power to change things. The better tomorrow is only possible if we blow away the ashes of the past. None of us choose the means by which mercy will find us. But I am at peace. I understand what must be done. Will you be my kaishakunin? It is my honor.
One to go. Guess it's you next, Nikolai.
Nein. There is something else we must do. There is a chain of events that must be set in motion. Call it our insurance policy, in case we don't like where we end up.